What's up, people? Perry here with another episode of Stud Tech, and of course we are here on the Stud Tech server. Just one quick reminder before I move on to, that was my wrist cracking, by the way, before I move on with the rest of the episode. Stud Tech right now is a private server, and we are not accepting applications, but we are looking for YouTubers, and every so often when we do find one, we like to take a look and see what they do and all that good stuff. So if you are asking to join the server, I am sorry, but it is not available to be joined. Every once in a while we do find a suitable YouTuber that can join the server, but unfortunately we don't have an open sort of application list. It's basically, if we find somebody we like, then we invite them on. That's how it works. So without further ado, on with the rest of the episode. I just wanted to get that out of the way for you guys. But we are here in our, whatchamacallit, this is our mountain home, our castle, soon to be castle. I haven't yet worked out the design of it. That is because I have been working very hard at getting materials for this really large castle that we are going to be building, but I have to get the materials for it, and that takes quite a bit of time. You can see right here, I'm going to do a quick tour of this area because the last time I was here there's pretty much nothing, but now that I've been in this area, I've worked on a bunch of stuff. Now there's a bunch of stuff to show you. So when we go ahead and do that, this right here is a tree farm. Pretty handy, especially when I need a lot of wood, and I've been needing that a lot lately because of the fact that I have over here a storage room that needs to be made. Pretty cool. I've been looking at getting a proper storage room for myself because I got a lot of stuff to store, so there's gonna be I'm not going to work on this episode, but I think I'll do something on this in the near future. Lots of projects to do here, so lots of content for you guys, and I hope you don't mind that I've been recording a lot of Stud Tech episodes lately. It's just because I've been working very hard on this pretty much exclusively, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. So I'm sorry that my channel's full of Stud Tech. But I know that you guys like Stud Tech, so I don't really see the harm in it. So we are going to be actually working on something in there today, this episode. But we're going to continue on with the tour by going down here. It is my little workshop, a temporary workshop. Ta-da! And there's really no rhyme or reason to the layout. Basically, if I needed somewhere to put something, I put down a chest and I put it in there. There's a set of furnaces here. Whole whack load of cobblestone. This isn't even the half of it. There's more of this somewhere else in these deep storage units, actually. These are really handy, especially when I'm trying to put away a lot of stuff, especially cobblestone and just plain old stone. That seems to be a lot of what I've been getting as I've been mining and gathering materials. In here we have a bunch of these berry bushes that give me XP, and it's real handy because like I said, I've been working on a general store idea for the main, what's it called, the new spawn area, and in that new spawn I'm trying to work on sort of like a general store idea where it's like a one-stop shop of where you can get anything that you need. And so I've been hard at work collecting all those things, all these said needs. One of them is going to be a liquid XP tank here, someplace where you can get XP from. All I do when I'm working here, when I gather up some sort of XP for myself, I just stand on top and then just let the XP, you can see the bar down and in the bottom there, just drains all that stuff for me, and it stores it right in here. And then if I need any of it, there's a little shower, this little drain right there. Flip the switch. Oops. Flip the switch and there you go. XP comes out. Pretty cool. Let's just put this back. This, I would say, took me at least a month, maybe even longer than that, to gather up. Anytime that I have XP on me, I just kind of offload it into there. And out here, I've been dealing with a little pest problem. Some slime friends. Hi, buddies. And I usually just take them out by using my looting sword. We'll just get rid of this guy right now. Yeah, so there seems to be an abundance of slime chunks in this area, which is okay, because, you know, that's another item that I would like to gather up to provide in my general store. Cooked fish. I like cooked fish. Seems to be all I eat on this server. And so I have a lot of slime balls that I've gathered so far, and a lot of trophies too. Oh man, it's a lot of stuff that I've been gathering, lots of stuff. And if you think that I've just gone ahead and just mined all this stuff, think again. There's been a little bit of thought on my part, a little bit of smartness on my part in using modded Minecraft in order to gather all these materials. And I started out doing this entire thing, gathering all these machines and stuff, because I wanted to make this, an Ender Quarry. Now, it's not an easy thing to make. You do have to get a lot of materials together. So that took quite a bit of time to make. But once I got this Ender Quarry, I tell you what, it has been amazing. Just gathering all the things that I need. And that's a giant lava tank. That is going to be handy in a future project that I'm going to be doing. But you can see right here, this, oh hi. Thank you. You can see right here, this is all completely full of dirt. And that is because of the Ender Quarry. The Ender Quarry is pretty cool in that it doesn't leave a giant hole like it does with other quarries, I believe. And it's very server friendly, meaning that it doesn't lag the server, as far as I know. But the really cool thing about it is that it fills it in with dirt, and it only mines the chunk that it is currently in. So I can literally leave it alone. I can log off, actually, you know, go to bed or whatever. And when I come back, it is completely mined out. So that's really handy, and that's what I've been able to do. That's what I've been able to gather, all these materials, lots and lots of materials, and that's allowed me to build a lot of what we're going to be building in these future episodes, of course. So what else do I have here to show you? Lots of chests just full of random junk, all the things that I've been collecting. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I found in Minecraft is that I do like to collect things, and anytime I get something, I just keep it. I keep it and I find somewhere to put it, because you never know when you might need it again. And so yeah, that's been real interesting. So in here is what we're going to be working on this episode and probably future episodes. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take, but this is going to be a really cool project. What this is going to be is, if you've ever seen Star Trek, especially the Next Generation, they have what is called a warp core. And I know some of you are Star Trek fans out there, but the really cool thing is that I want to be able to make some sort of a power system for this area, not only to power my things, but another added advantage for my general store is that I'll be able to provide little power blocks. And I think maybe I have one around here somewhere. I don't. But things like these are energy cells, and maybe not this type of energy cell, but I can provide other types of energy cells in the general store, and from there we'll be able to kind of just sell the power to anybody that needs it or whatever. And so one of the cool things about this warp core, and one of the features that I'm going to be making for this functional power core sort of, is that it has a lighting system in it, and it's purely cosmetic. It's got nothing to do with how the mod works or anything like that. I'm going to be making up a simple mock-up for the actual power system itself, and then I'll be covering it with this whole warp core idea. But you can see in the background there the redstoning that I had to go through in order to make the lighting system. If you ever seen the Next Generation series, the warp core itself is pretty cool in that it lights up and it kind of cascades light down this way or the other way. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've watched Star Trek The Next Generation, but I can show you exactly what I mean here with how it works. And there's a lever right here. I won't bore you too much with the redstoning details, but I'm quite proud of it. It's taken me a while to figure out, but once I figured it out, I was thoroughly impressed with myself. I gave myself quite a pat on the back. But there's a lever right here. We switch it to its on state, and it extends these pistons out, and that connects the entire system together, so it runs in a loop. And when I hit this button, it sends a pulse, and it lights up, and there it goes. And that's all it does. It just lights up and it just cascades to the top, and then it restarts, starts all over again. If I ever want to stop it, I just flip this lever, and then the circuit stops. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, it took me a while to work out. I think this is going to work out quite well for us, and I'm really interested in the effect that it's going to be making once I get this whole thing up and going. I mean, it looks pretty cool right now with just the one block lighting up. I'm thinking that I'm going to have multiple sets of lights around here that will be able to transmit the signal to it. I'm hoping that it's going to look pretty cool. And the other thing that I should mention is that this right here is all temporary. I just needed a place to store a bunch of stuff, but I will eventually like to hollow this entire place out just so that we can get a nice view of the warp core all the way up to the top. So when we enter into this area, I want to be able to maximize the amount of warp core that you see. So in order to do that, we'll have to make some sort of a walkway. I don't know. Not too sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I do know that I want to be able to see the entire warp core as soon as you enter this area. So that's going to be something that I will have to work on. And all this stuff will have to go away. Oops, I grabbed something. Let's just put that back. There, did it? Yeah, sure did. Okay, so I think what we're going to do first is to get the sort of the guts out of the way, the actual core itself that's going to be useful to us, that will power all the machinery and all the things that will go into the workshop. But when I come back, we'll have a final, I think, a pretty good mock-up of what I want the power system to look like. Alright, so I have a basic setup for our power storage system. Each one of these resonant energy cells has 80 million RFs, or the ability to store 80 million RFs in there. RF, I don't know what it means exactly, but 80 million of it. And I think that altogether I have a whack load of these. I think there's about 16 or 17 of these energy cells, and altogether puts me at, I don't know what the math is, but it well over 1 billion RFs in order for me to store. And that is because of the system that I'm going to be using to power this. And the idea behind it is that I would be able to just store a whole bunch of energy, and then when I do need it all at once, or I'm using something that requires a lot of energy, that energy is available to me. So we have these solar generators. This is their first set of power that we're going to be getting power from. You can see that it's charging right now, and that only charges during the day, of course, because it's a solar generator. But the really weird thing about it is that it doesn't transmit that energy until nighttime, or a redstone signal is applied to it. So it's not really a reliable source for energy. So that's where these ones come in, these magmatic dynamos, and they run off of lava. And I was watching a video made by Brink, and he's a real genius when it comes to some of this modded Minecraft stuff. And he made a video on how you could make an infinite amount of lava using these magmatic dynamos and a lava generator. And so I kind of took that idea and I ran with it, and so that's going to be able to generate energy for us, and that's going to be real handy. I think while it's a constant power, the problem with it is that it's not enough of a kick to power a lot of things, especially things that require a lot of energy. So I do have one other option, and that's going to be down here. And that's the survivalist generator. Now, while it does make power very slowly, it uses it very efficiently. I don't know how much you would get from one piece of coal, but you do get a lot more than you would in any other power. This one right here, the survivalist generator, like I said, it is very slow when it comes to generating energy, but I do have a lot of them, and they're pretty easy to make. And so I'm hoping that with all of those coupled together, it will be sort of like a backup resource for us in case we need to have that power immediately. And then right here is the middle where we're going to be storing all the power. And this will be sort of like the input area. Can't see it right now, but I'll be building out a platform to this. And then I'll have little offshoots, like little cables that come out of here, sort of like that. And they'll connect to little empty spaces where I'll be able to put in power cores to charge them up and then be able to take them out at any given time. So that's pretty much the basic setup. But what we want to do now is focus on the design of it and working on our warp core design. I think that I want to get a basic mock-up. So I'm just going to get those materials together, and when we come back, we'll start mocking up our warp core. And so here's some of the materials that I'll be using here. I have these panels of Forge microblocks. They're a light blue colored quartz, and these light blue lamps using the Project Red mod. And I've arranged them sort of in a fashion like so. I don't want to go too overboard with how big it is, but I think that this is a pretty good circumference for the core. And I'm going to be encompassing it with these quartz blocks here, these quartz panels. And I'm just going to put down some dirt because they're kind of finicky in order to put down. And we're going to have to connect them to the redstone setup that I have here. And so I think what we'll do is we'll put the quartz around like so. And I think I can do like that. Yep, totally can do that. There we go. So that looks pretty cool, but we have Forge microblocks here, so we might as well take advantage of it. So I thought to myself, why don't we try and put some posts right about in the middle here. Now I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I think maybe I'll have to take this away and then maybe like that. Right, and then I want to double it. I just double it by just clicking it again, and it makes, instead of the post, it makes a pillar. And that's going to be real handy because I'm going to cover that up again with the light blue quartz. And that gives us a little detail element right there. Pretty cool, huh? And then I'm going to do that all the way around here. And then, of course, I'm going to extend it up. But I do want to work on a little bit of the inside here. And that is hooking up the wiring for it. And we'll just extend the redstone all the way around. These cobblestones will just serve as a function for us in order to transmit the power around. And what I'm hoping is that I don't need a repeater for this, because if I do need a repeater, that might cause some problems. Let me just count from here. Is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Uh-oh. I'll have to add some repeaters to this, but that's not such an issue, I think, because what I'm worried about is the timing of it. I went into great lengths to figure out all the redstone and the repeaters and how they're going to work, but I don't think that should be a problem because I'm going to do it to all of it. So that shouldn't be an issue, but I'll have to add in the repeater later. But the next thing that I'll have to do is extend this whole model upwards. All right, so I'm making some headway with the lighting system, but I have run out of time for today. So if I want to get this episode out tomorrow, I got to get going on editing. So that's going to be it. But I didn't want to go away without leaving you with a look at the warp core at its final lighting up stage here. We turn it on, hit this button, take a step back. There we go. Looks pretty cool, especially when I have the quartz blocks all lined up here. It's going to make everything look just real tight. And I think once we start hollowing out this area, I think we have a lot. We can take away a lot here. And one of the goals that I'll be trying to accomplish is being able to hollow out the mountain without taking away too much of the outside, the exterior. And you can see that I've unfortunately taken away little bits and pieces here and there, but I'll have to mend it and try to make it natural looking. But all of that we'll have to save for another episode. So I thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below what you think of this episode, and if you have any ideas. One idea that I am working on is what to color this area back here. This is only temporary. So if you have any ideas of what a good block would be to use for this part, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button if you so choose. Really helps me out a lot. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So that's it for me. Always remember, keep your head up, and I will see you in the next one.